Hi friends, it's Jules. Welcome to Jules Reads. In this video, it's going to be a weekly update, and I'm going to call it week ending Sunday, March, what was it? 23rd of 2025. I did finish 2 books this week, and the first one is The Shadows We Hide. Now this is a sequel to The Lives We Bury by Alan Eskens, and I'm actually on the 3rd one currently right now. But the second one, it still focuses on the character Joe Talbert. It is a series, so I don't want to say too much about it since it is in a series, but it does go into more of his family dynamics, and there's things with his dad. There's another mystery in it, and I'm really enjoying these, especially on audio. I'm doing the audio. I like them a lot. They take place in Minnesota, which I love because I live in Minnesota. And I'm really enjoying them. They're an easy listen, and I like the little bit of mystery with a little bit of family dynamics. Not too heavy on either one of those, but I really enjoyed that. The second one I finished. It's been a while I've been reading this, and it's actually a really easy read and pretty short. But that is What Was She Thinking by Zoe Heller. And this one, I did also watch the movie yesterday, and the movie stars Judi Dench and Cate Blanchett. I liked both. The movie's very similar to the book, and this book is about Judi Dench's character works in a school as a teacher, and so is Cate Blanchett. She's younger, and Judi kind of becomes enamored with her. I'm using their actors' names. But she kind of becomes enamored with her. I think the Cate Blanchett character's named Sheba. No, I can't remember Judi Dench's character name, but anyway. And Judi becomes enamored with Cate, but Cate is having an affair with a student. That part is troubling and disturbing, so check trigger warnings for this book, definitely. And Judi is very quirky, a little bonkers, and very possessive. And you find that more and more throughout the book and the movie, how possessive she is. So I did enjoy this. I think I would give it a 4 out of 5. And I don't know, have I had a 5-star yet this year? Oh yes, the Alan Eskens, the first book. I'm calling that a 5-star. But I do recommend this. It was hard to find. It looks like it is Amazon printed. You can tell by the backside there, which I thought was curious. So I don't know if it's too easily found in bookstores anymore, but I enjoyed this and I liked the movie. I mean, fantastic acting by those 2 main characters. But I would recommend this for certain people. Just again, check the trigger warnings because there is some things that are a little hard to read about. All right, now let's go on to what I'm currently reading. And I'm still reading Prophet Song. My bookmark is not moved because I'm doing it on audio and I haven't been following along. My intention with this book, I was going to read it physically while I listened to it to really absorb it. But I decided just to get through it, I'm going to have to just listen to it. I'm not really enjoying it. And this won the Booker Prize of 2023. I'm honestly just finding it a little boring. And yeah, it does have, I don't know why writers do this, but there's no paragraphs either. So I definitely don't think I would be able to actually physically read this. I need those little breaks in my brain. What is this about? It is kind of about the unrest in Ireland. Must be, is it the 80s? I'm not sure the time period. And it probably tells me somewhere, but I don't have my glasses on. Okay. And this mother of, I think she has 4 children, her husband is getting arrested, and so she's trying to handle that situation and then protect her kids. I don't know. I don't really like the main character, which I know I don't have to like a main character to like the book, but I'm not really getting along with it. It's nice writing. I don't know. I'm kind of ready to be done with it already. And that's my book club, in real life book club pick for March, so I feel bad. We haven't had any really great books in a long time in book club. Okay, Another one I'm doing on audio, which I mentioned, it's called The Stolen Hours, and that's by Alan Eskens as well. That's the third in the Joe Talbot series, and I'm enjoying it again. This one is a little bit different. Well, the audio is, because each chapter is told from a different perspective, and so you're hearing two different narrators in the audio, and one of the narrators, well, at least in the audio who you're hearing speak, is from the perspective, or it's about a potential serial killer. And so that is different from the other books. And Joe Talbot is not really in the book much. I'm wondering if he's going to come in later, but he's not in the book a lot. I'm really enjoying it though. I like the world, and because it takes place in the Twin Cities, I love that. So I'm listening to that on audio. I should be able to finish those both by the end of March. I'm not sure. I need to pick up another physical book to actually read, and probably start, well, maybe pick up two. And I want to get a graphic novel in before the end of the month. I haven't done any of those yet this month. All right, so for movies we watched, well, I told you about Notes on a Scandal, and then one we watched on St. Patrick's Day, and we really loved it. We searched for St. Patrick's Day movies, Irish movies, and it is called Sing Street. It came out in 2016. I don't know why. Neither one of us have ever heard about it. I don't know why. It is delightful. It's charming. It takes place in Ireland, and it kind of has an 80s vibe to it, but I think that's because they're referencing 80s music a lot. And it is about a boy who is kind of an outcast a little bit, and he decides to start a band. And the band is actually pretty good, which I was surprised that they went that direction with making the band be pretty good, but that made it fun. And he's actually a good lyricist. So is that the right word, where they write lyrics? We really liked it. I highly recommend it. I cannot remember where we saw it, but yeah, that was so charming. And then I've been watching in the background, I've been watching Newsroom. I've watched this several times in the past, but I'm not sure I actually ever finished season 3. My husband did a rewatch of this recently, and he's like, do you remember the last things that happened? And I'm like, no, I wonder if I ever actually finished it, but it's one of my favorite shows of all time. So it only has 3 seasons, and that is on HBO Max. It is kind of a intense newsroom type situation, like think MSNBC, CNN, Fox, anything like that. It is behind the scenes what's actually going on, and I loved it. And then we watched Nosferatu. I thought I was going to love it. I love dark, creepy vampire stuff. It was almost too dark and creepy for me. It was almost too, I told my husband, I'm like, this is too monstrous. Like Nosferatu is too much of a monster. I don't know. I didn't like it. The cinematography is amazing. They really know how to set the vibe, and all of that was fantastic. The atmosphere, but no, it wasn't. I don't think I would rewatch it, and I rewatch movies that I love. Okay, the next one is Adolescence. That's on Netflix, and I think it's 4 episodes, and that's it. It's a mini-series, limited series, and that is a devastating show to watch. It's about a boy who's bullied, and then he may have committed a crime because of the bullying. But the kid in the show is a great actor. It's intense. It's intense, but it's also slow at the same time. It's actually pretty slow paced, and it's devastating. So make sure you're in a good headspace when you watch that one if you're going to watch it. I don't know if I would rewatch it. It's well done, great acting, everything. It's just a really heavy subject matter. And then a fun one to end this with is I did a rewatch of Jojo Rabbit, which is my favorite movie of all time. Absolutely love this. And I would ask the question, is there a better movie than Jojo Rabbit? I don't think so. Name one below and I will watch it and let you know what I think next week. But I don't think there's a better movie than Jojo Rabbit. It's my favorite. I love how the director, writer, Taika Waititi, I can never pronounce his name correctly. He's been asked questions before on the way he portrayed Hitler, and he said, I don't owe him anything. I can portray him however I want. I owe him nothing. And I just love the way he's portrayed, like kind of like this and quirky and funny. Oh my gosh, the movie has so much humor, and the little actor in it and his buddy in it is probably my favorite, actually. There's so many good lines, but you will cry. I bawled my eyes out again last night. It's a really, really good movie. And Sam Rockwell, I mean, come on. So love that, and it was a great way to end this video and end my week of consuming media. But I think that's it. I have not bought a single book in March. I've been buying a lot of art stuff like coloring books and that sort of thing. So I haven't bought any actual physical books, which is okay. I have a whole stack of TBRs. So I don't need to buy any books. All right. I think that's my weekly wrap up. And again, if you can name a better movie than Jojo Rabbit and you want me to watch it this week and I haven't already seen it, I will watch it. All right. I'll see you in my next video. Take care.